Hello Boro fans, Jimmy Lees here, Boro Fan TV. This week's match review show, we're going to look back at what is another disappointing result for the Boro. A 1-0 home defeat to second in the league, Cardiff City. 2 home defeats in the last 3 games, no win since the 16th of October against QPR at home. Billy Ashcroft, legend himself, joins me in the studio today to talk about that match. So, another defeat for the Boro. Not looking too good at the moment, mate?
No, it's getting to be a regular habit, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And it's a habit that they need to break as soon as possible, because once you get into that rut, it's hard to get back on that.
I think you're absolutely right there. I mean, you look at previous managers who kind of get in these little ruts. Mogger found it a little bit, and once he got into like a winless streak, he found it really hard to get out of. And you know, the crowd's starting to turn, and once that crowd turns, it's hard to turn that round, I think, at the Boro. Because, you know, I think you need a good 25,000 there of people behind the team. As soon as not, you go there, you kind of resent playing at home, and you find it hard to win. It's
hard work when you're playing to empty spaces, and the reason why you're playing to empty spaces is because they don't want to come and see you getting beat every week.
Yeah.
So it's a sort of, it's that vicious circle.
Yeah.
So it's like, you've got to up the game, you've got to find out where it's going wrong. Yeah. And you just got to get it sorted out, get the fans back on side, get them back in the...
I mean, that's the thing, you find out what's going wrong. As fans, you can see it's obvious. There's no cohesion in regards to formation, players playing every week. We played the same back four for 2 games in a row now, which is, I think it's when we're playing Dale Fry there every week, we're winning games and playing well. Obviously, Yala's come in, hasn't done too well since he come back in. So we can all see as fans what's going wrong. Gary Monk's coming out saying we need this time to gel. You know, we've got great character in the dressing room, very McLaren-esque. But we're not seeing that coming back. So I think that's why the fans are getting frustrated. You can understand that, can't you?
Well, consistency, that's the thing. You said before, consistency. If you're playing a different team every week, and you're playing different systems every week, the guys on the pitch can start getting mixed up with what they're doing anyway. It's like, well, we're getting used to doing this, we're doing this in training, and then all of a sudden we're changing the formation. Yeah. It's like you get a formation that works, and you stick to it rigidly. Yeah. And the big teams do it. Arsenal did it on Saturday against, or Sunday against Everton. Yeah. They've got a system, they stick to it. Yeah. They get better at the system.
Sometimes it doesn't work out, so the defeat against Watford, it didn't work out, but they'll keep working at it, because you can't just keep changing it week in, week out. You can't. Because then what you do, you don't know what you're doing game after game. You can see there was, when we played Brentford at home, there were situations where players would get the balls in some positions and they were looking and they said, oh, am I supposed to be here? I don't know where I was supposed to be in that situation, because the players don't know, because I don't think it's getting... Maybe they're getting told what to do, and they think, oh no, that was a QPR match, not today's match, or I need to do that against Norwich. They don't know, because it's different every week, and that doesn't help the footballers, does it?
No, the thing is, if I was a manager coming here now and I saw the team that Boro are putting out, you could almost say the system they're going to play is this because they think we're going to play this system. And you change it.
Yeah, of course.
Let's go and do this. They're expecting us to play like 4-4-2-1 or whatever it is, 4-4-1-1. Let's change it. Let's play 2 wingers. Let's play 5 across the middle and 3 at the back. Yeah. And Boro come out, it's like, well, we have no idea what we're doing because all week we've been doing this system. Yeah. You've got to be adaptable.
Yeah, I totally agree. We'll get the stats up on the screen now, Billy. Many thanks to the guys again at Boro Stats. You can follow them on Twitter under @BoroForm. I'll show you the main stats from here. So we'll have a look here. So ball possession, we had 58% to their 42. We had 11 shots to their 8, but if you look at the shots on target, out of our 11 shots, only 2 of them were on target, where they had 8 and 3. We had 4 shots off target. They blocked 5 of ours. So again, I'd say finishing's certainly been an issue. We're creating half chances.
Yeah, I mean, it's down to finishing, and it's down to getting out on the training pitch and getting it done. If you're making chances, you're going to get one of the games where everything's going to start hitting the back of the net. Breeds confidence. Yeah. Players are up for it, supporters are up for it. You go into the next game, you've scored a few goals. Yeah. You can't do it if you're having 12, 13 shots at goal and you're not scoring. Yeah, exactly. And when it comes to chances created,
that we haven't created a big chance in that game against Cardiff City, which is worrying. There's been half chances, judging by the shots we've had there, and we've been able to have 6 shots inside the box. To have a shot inside the box, that's a half chance to me. They've created 2 big chances. It's just not good enough, is it? And one thing I have been critical about recently is British Sombalonga, our record signing. Now, he's been signed for £15 million. He's played every single game. He started every single game for the Boro. At the quarter mark, he had missed more big chances than any other striker in this league. That's worrying in itself, isn't it?
Well, the thing is, if somebody's going through a bad run, somebody's got to be strong enough and say, well, look, let's just pull them out the firing line for a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's just get them and sit back here, sit with us and watch what's happening. Watch what happens when that's where your position should have been. That's what happens when another player comes in. See what he's doing, and you can see if he's doing something wrong. What could you do better?
Exactly.
But you can see it from the outside. But the thing is, if you're missing chances and you're not creating chances, or you're missing, I mean, seriously good chances. The lads at the back are thinking, well, what have we got to do here? Because we're under siege. If they're not putting the chances away, you know, we're going to be under pressure for the next 80 minutes or so. You've got to start knocking your chances in.
Exactly, and you've said it there, because I think Assombalonga might need a bit of time on the sideline. It's not as if we're short of strikers. You know, we've got players and player from Ashley Fletcher. Okay, had a bit of a nightmare on Saturday, but he's a striker by trade. Martin Braithwaite, striker by trade. Patrick Bamford, striker by trade. We've got one out injured at the moment, Rudy Gusted, so we're not short of strikers. So why not say, do you know what, Britt? You've got 6 goals this season, but you've missed an awful lot. I think you need to sit back for this one game, and maybe we need to bring you on later on. That gets his back up, right, okay, I'll show you why you dropped me, mate. I'll get back on that pitch after 70 minutes and I'll go get you a couple of goals.
Well, that's it. Sit him down. Actually say 60, 70 minutes. You're going to be sat on that bench, you're going to be tearing your hair out. Thinking, I'm getting on, because I could have scored that.
I want my head on that, I want my toe on that.
And that's it. And you put him on for the last 20 minutes and he's going to run around like a headless chicken. He's going to be going for every single ball. And that might be just that little bit of luck that he needs, where instead of that one of the shots goes wide, it goes in off a post instead of hitting the post and going out.
You are.
So I say it's a confidence builder.
I totally agree, and I think that works in football, it really does. Creatively we struggled. Pass accuracy was down to 69%. Now usually our pass accuracy in a match is around about 80%, but it was higher than what Cardiff was. Maybe is that because during the game on Saturday, I think we did try to be a bit more dynamic with our passing. Usually Adam Clayton will sit really deep and just play the ball to the centre half, and that always gets our percentage up, but that does absolutely nothing in a game of football, does it? Well, not when you're chasing the game anyway.
If your passing average is really high, it means that you've got time on the ball. Once you start thinking we need to put pressure on and we need to start moving this ball quicker, then you start making mistakes. If you're moving the ball and you're getting that possession, because you can't win games without possession. If you've got the possession and you're making those runs and you're getting those little balls in and you're rushing them because you're trying to get that goal, that's where your possession and your stats start to wane. If you're not under pressure and you know that you've got one striker up there that's going to knock the ball in the back of the net, you don't mind taking your time a little bit. You retain the ball, and that's where your accuracy and your percentage comes back up.
And I think that's what you should rely on quite a lot under our previous manager as well. No, Patrick Bamford always there for a good goal. We had Stuani who scored goals out with nothing. Dave Nugent got a few good goals. Jordan Rhodes, etc. All because you knew if they got a chance to put it away. We didn't create as many chances, but no, when we did, we scored them. And that was always a harder thing, creating that game, I think. One thing is, you've got to give credit to Warnock, is he's a wily old fox, especially when it comes to Championship football. He brought that Cardiff team there to just not get beat. And I don't think they would have won that game if it wasn't for a silly challenge by Adama Traore, a complete rush of blood ahead again. We're creating too many silly chances, we're gifting too many goals. How do you stop that, Billy?
Again, it's on the training pitch. But I mean, if you look at Warnock, we all know what he's like. He'll get them wound up here, and he'll get them so that, as you say, they're not going to get beat. Now he'll get them defensively strong and hit you on the break. And he'll absorb the pressure, but he'll keep that strong sort of the back 4 or 5, whatever he's got. And he'll keep it tight, and then every so often you'll get that little bit of a frolic up front. But they've got to start doing the same thing. They've got to start saying, look, we're going to have to keep it tight at the back. Start off, we'll go for a 0-0. We make sure we're not going to get beat. That is what you base things on. Because if you go and rushing forward and you're getting goals scored against you every week, the lads at the back, you're up against it from day one. So on the training pitch, you make sure that you stop the goals going in. And then you start giving these forwards the chances they're going to get. They're going to start going in.
They will do eventually, you say.
Eventually, but you've got to keep that tight to the back. Letting the goal in the home, I mean, you don't let that and you get a point out of it. It's not so bad.
It's not. I wouldn't have took a point. I think it was a must-win game for us on Saturday.
Without a doubt,
especially with the recent form and how the fans are starting to turn on the management and things like that. I think it was a must-win on Saturday. It ended up being a defeat, a late defeat from a silly mistake made by a footballer who isn't the most intelligent in the world. I won't say that. Adama Traore. I'm a huge critic of his, to be honest, mate. He's had 2 good games in a Boro shirt for me so far. I think he does have something to play for this football club, but when he's doing silly things like that, that's got to come, okay, you're going to learn how to play football, son, but also the manager's got to tell you something as well. It brings us on the point you make there, is just something I think we need to go back to, is get back to basics, learn how to defend. We've got Reading away, we've got the Bournemouth match tomorrow night in the League Cup, nothing we're really bothered about, but it's nice to have a cup run. Reading away on Saturday, somewhere we don't have a great record against that ground. Back to basics, strong back 4, make sure we don't get beat.
Cup game, put your strongest team out. Get them playing together, get that cohesion. And it's like, go there not to get beat. If you get a draw and you come back, you've got another game to get things right. It's the league that we're after. You've got to win that league, or you've got to win the games in the league. So it's start off like Tony Mowbray at the back. You know, you have somebody really strong. You've got to get somebody who reads the game. Get them, start to tell other people what they're going to do. It's no use going back into your shell and saying, well, okay, somebody else will do it. Get them on the pitch and say, I want to hear you screaming at each other. I want to get you pushing. Get your confidence up.
I mean, you said there, no, play your strongest team.
Got to do.
Gary Monk doesn't know his strongest team. He doesn't. We've had so many different formations, systems, players. Like, we've played 20 players this year, which isn't the most, but there's players that are getting dropped. Playing a couple of games and getting dropped. So Stuart Downing was playing well. He had one not great game against QPR. Next thing, he was in the squad for 2 games. Now he's been starting the next couple of games. And then Lewis Baker was in the squad on Saturday. And it's like, they just don't know as fans. I don't think Gary Monk knows. It's a completely raffly players. Now, was a point that someone made to me earlier is Gary Monk, the Leeds fans always said that it was a number 2 that was a real talent there. And he's doing well at Oxford at the moment. Does Gary Monk need a proper number 2? Is he relying too much on James Beattie? Does he need an experienced head to come in at number 2? Because I know Gareth Southgate tried that. Okay, it didn't work out quite well, but he didn't realise there was something wrong. And obviously it worked brilliantly with Brian Robson, with Teddy Venables. Is that the answer?
Well, over the years, you see the strong manager with his right-hand man. His right-hand man is not somebody who says yes. I agree with your boss. We'll do that, we'll do it, because you keep me in a job. It's somebody who'll say, no, that's not going to work. And why aren't we thinking about our formation? Why aren't we thinking about our strongest team? You need somebody strong to be telling them this. So maybe, I mean, I don't know James Beattie personally. I know he did a good job when he was at Accrington or
he was at Accrington one year.
But you need someone with proven experience in the Premiership as a number 2. And somebody who's going to say to him, look, we'll get this off the training pitch. Let's go and discuss what's going on. And somebody strong enough to say, well, look, I want your job eventually. You know, I'm trying to use my knowledge to help you.
Fair play. I think absolutely right. And you know, maybe Gary Monk might realise that and go get this exciting number 2. Billy, thanks for joining us there, mate. Appreciate that, pal. Thanks for joining us, Boro fans. We are at Bournemouth, so Gavin and the rest of the guys will be down there to take your post-match comments, and we will be down at Reading as well. So we've got a busy week there for the guys out in the van, but we'll be looking forward to seeing all you Boro fans at these games. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. See you all soon, Boro fans. Thank you.